What if buildings could heal themselves just like a cut on your skin? One day, a crack appears on a bridge, and instead of construction crews rushing to fix it, the crack just disappears. No road closures, no expensive repairs, just self-repairing structures that fix themselves like magic. But here's the thing, it's not magic, it's engineering. Scientists are developing materials that can repair themselves, making our roads, buildings, and bridges last longer and stay safer. It's called self-healing technology, and it might change the way we build everything. So, how does it work? And could this be the future of construction? In this video, we'll find out if this really is a possibility. Concrete is one of the most widely used materials in the world. It's in sidewalks, skyscrapers, highways, and even dams. But there's one big problem. Concrete always cracks. Even the strongest concrete can develop cracks from temperature changes, heavy traffic, and natural disasters. These cracks start small, but over time, they let water and air seep in, which decreases the strength of the structure. If left unchecked, these cracks can turn into major problems, leading to expensive repairs or even dangerous collapses. That's where something called self-healing concrete comes in. Scientists have figured out a way to mix tiny bacteria called bacillus into concrete. These bacteria actually stay asleep inside the concrete until a crack forms. Then, water seeps into the crack. It wakes them up. The bacteria then start eating their food source called calcium lactate, which the scientists pre-mixed into the concrete. After they eat the food, the bacteria makes limestone. This limestone fills the cracks and seals it up before the damage gets worse. It's like giving concrete a built-in repair system. Fun fact: some bacteria used in self-healing concrete can survive for decades, just waiting for the moment they're needed. Concrete isn't the only material getting a self-healing upgrade. Engineers are working on other materials that can repair themselves too. Imagine roads that don't need patching, metal bridges that can prevent themselves from rusting, or even wooden houses that can fix their own cracks. Let's take a look at some of the most exciting self-healing materials engineers are developing. Self-healing asphalt is designed to stop potholes before they form in roads. Tiny capsules filled with a special liquid called bitumen could be added to the asphalt mix. When cracks form, the capsules would know to automatically break open to release the bitumen. Then, the bitumen would fill the crack and seal it up. This could mean smoother roads and fewer annoying repairs. Another type of self-healing material are self-healing metals. Scientists have actually figured out how to make metals that would fix themselves too. These metals use nanotechnology to repair tiny cracks before they spread. They use special coatings on the metals filled with healing agents so that when the metal gets damaged, the agents automatically react. This creates a protective barrier that prevents rust and corrosion. If engineers can figure out how to safely use these materials, it could help bridges, airplanes, and even spacecraft last longer and stay safer. Fun fact: some self-healing metals are inspired by the way bones repair themselves after a fracture. Wood is another material that is being developed to be self-healing too. Scientists have created bio-based resins that can flow into cracks and wooden structures and then harden. With these added materials, the wood becomes stronger. This could be a game changer for wooden buildings and furniture, helping them last longer without the need for constant maintenance. Self-healing glass is another breakthrough scientists are working on. Think about your smartphone screen. Instead of cracking and needing a replacement, what if it could heal itself? Researchers have developed special glass with polymer properties that allow tiny cracks to disappear over time. This could revolutionize smartphones, windows, and even car windshields. It's still in the works, but they are working on the research, and hopefully it can be used in our everyday lives soon. Fun fact, some studies have shown that self-healing glass can repair small cracks in itself in just a few hours at room temperature. But these materials aren't just about convenience. They could change the way we build and keep up with the condition of infrastructure. Think about the possibility of a bridge that can repair itself after an earthquake, or a skyscraper that stays strong for centuries without needing major repairs. That would save billions of dollars. This would also cut back on waste, making cities more sustainable. And talking about sustainability, self-healing materials could be a huge help for the environment. 8% of global carbon dioxide emissions are from the production of concrete alone. By making concrete last longer using the self-healing technology, it could reduce the need for constant replacements, which would then cut down on pollution and would save natural resources. Fun fact, the cement industry produces more carbon dioxide than the entire aviation industry. But what if we took this even further? What if entire buildings could function like living organisms and respond to changes in their environment? Imagine a skyscraper that not only heals its own cracks, but also adapts to extreme weather, like closing its windows on its own when there are high winds, or thickening its walls in cold temperatures. Could we one day develop materials that shift and strengthen in real time, just like muscle tissue in our bodies? Or what about underwater cities? If self-healing materials work in submarines, could they also be used to build permanent structures beneath the ocean? Picture a deep-sea research lab that repairs itself after cracks form due to water pressure. This could make underwater living possible in ways we've never considered before. Fun fact, some deep-sea creatures, like squids, can regenerate parts of their bodies, which could inspire the creation of self-healing underwater materials. Even further into the future, what if roads and sidewalks could not only repair themselves, but also generate energy while doing it? Some scientists are exploring the idea of roads that use the pressure of cars driving over them to create electricity, like a giant self-healing battery. Or what if we could turn sidewalks into solar panels that could collect energy from the sun? This could transform entire cities into sustainable power sources. Fun fact, engineers are actually already testing solar roads that generate electricity while cars drive over them. And here's another wild idea. What if clothing could even repair itself? Imagine a jacket that seals its own rips, or a backpack that patches itself up after a tear. Scientists are looking into bioengineered fabrics that could heal when exposed to moisture or heat. This could lead to longer-lasting, more sustainable fashion that reduces waste and keeps clothes in great shape for years. Fun fact, some researchers are studying spider silk for self-repairing textiles because it is one of the strongest natural materials on Earth. Could we go even further? What if entire cities were designed to be self-repairing? Roads, buildings, sidewalks, and even public transportation could all heal themselves, reducing the need for repairs and improving safety for everyone. Imagine a subway system that automatically patches broken tracks, or streetlights that regenerate wiring when damaged. Could self-healing technology transform not just individual buildings, but entire city infrastructures? The possibilities are endless. Imagine homes that don't need constant repairs, roads that last for decades without potholes, or bridges that automatically fix themselves after a storm. Self-healing technology could make cities safer, stronger, and more resilient. So, could we be heading toward a future where buildings are almost alive, constantly repairing themselves? It may sound like science fiction, but the science is very real. Engineers and scientists are working every day to perfect these materials, and in the coming decades, they could become a normal part of how we build our world. What do you think? Would you feel safe living in a self-healing building? Or would you wear clothes that magically patch themselves up? Let us know in the comments below. And And remember to like and subscribe to our channel for more amazing stories about the future of engineering, because engineering is for everyone.